right, I have a couple of people in here so far. How you doing, Janice? How are you? All right. Let me mute this so you guys won't hear any echoing because I can hear something. All right. Hi Tina, Big Daddy. Um, I'm doing great. Hope that you are. All right. We have some more people joining the chat. All right. Today, I told you we're going to talk about wills and trusts because a lot of people get the two um, sort of mixed up. And most people have heard about a will, but when they talk about or hear about a trust, um, they're a little bit fuzzy on that particular topic. I do have a will. I need to update it. Um, okay. All right. I'm checking the activity in the comment section here. All right. So, uh, folks, you really need to, we all need to get our financial matters in order so that, um, you know, our beneficiaries, whoever we want, homes, cars, investment monies or whatever, so that whoever you want, those items to go to, that they can receive them. All right. So that is very important. And if you're like me, you've seen people who did not have wills and someone passes away and people just go to pieces. And people come and they're grabbing and they want to know, well, who's going to get the house and who's going to get the money that's in the checking account or in the savings account or, whatever, the family heirloom item that used to be grandma's, that your mother owned, and now she's passed away. And well, she said that I could have it when how you doing, Rhonda? Mom said that I could have it when she was alive. So, folks, if we take care of a lot of the proper paperwork, you don't have to argue with people. There are families now that are not speaking to each other. They're upset because, someone left property to someone and it should have, they feel, how you doing, Jermaine? They feel the property should have been left to someone else. And folks, you just have to realize it doesn't matter who, someone leaves money, homes, property, investments, family heirlooms. It doesn't matter, who people leave it to. They're going to leave it to who they want to. So getting upset and distancing yourself from your family and becoming upset, that's not going to help the situation. Folks, please go back and hit the like button for me, please. Yeah, Janice, I've seen it too often. I've seen it in our own family. I've seen it in other cultures, families. I have a coworker now. She was telling me about some things that were, was going on since her mother passed away. And I was just like, wow. So it doesn't matter. It crosses all racial groups. So it's just unfortunate. But if we, could get our paperwork in order, when someone passes away, we don't have to, argue with anyone so that you can leave them, let them go, take care of that drama and talk to themselves. Because if you're like me, you don't want to hear it. Okay. So some key takeaways. So some people want to know, you know, which one should I choose, a trust or should I choose a will? So everyone's situation is different. Me personally, like I said, I have a will. It just needs to be updated. I do not have a trust. Okay, so I'm gonna, give you a little information on trust, and then you can sort of figure out where you are and which one that you think or feel that you might need. Some of you, particularly if you have children, your situation is different than mine. I don't have any children. So if I were to pass away, no trust, no will, well, then the state of North Carolina uh, will have control of my estate. Now, my family, how you doing, Hen? Good to see you, Hen. I'm just getting started, girl. So by me not having any children, the state of North Carolina, they'll just come in and take over my estate. Now my family could try to fight, and say, well, we're her heirs. I mean, but then you go through probate court, you're going through lawyers. Come on, let's not make the lawyers any richer than they already are. Okay, folks. Folks, go back and hit the like button now that we're joining up in here. Please go back and hit the like button. That way, it will trigger the YouTube algorithm, and more people can see this video, because we really have got to do a better job. You and I were talking about that. We've got to do a better job, folks. So again, look at your situation. Do you have children? Do you own a home? Do you have, money invested in the stock market? Do you have stocks, bonds, checking accounts, savings account? Do you own land? So do you have special family heirlooms that people want? If you pass away, again, go ahead and put everything in writing, and your family won't have to go through that headache. Okay. So one thing about it, before have a will or a trust, always, I think I mentioned this in another video, always make sure you seek financial advice from a vetted financial advisor. They're crooks in their field, just like every other field, folks. Do your research. I do research, as well as I read reviews from what prior customers have said about businesses, and about professionals that I'm seeking out. So keep that in mind. Now, a trust will offer you more control over your assets, but they're more expensive. So, Henry, you're here. I'll use you as an example. God forbid if something happened to you, and you couldn't work anymore, and you couldn't make your mortgage payment. Well, if you had that home in a trust, okay, a trust gives you a little bit of protection, so your creditors can't just come in and grab everything. So we'll offer you a little bit of financial protection. I've seen cases and situations where older people have gotten old, they're not able to take care of themselves. They need to go into a nursing home or care facility, long-term assisted care facility. Well, if you own a home, guess what you're going to have to do? How you doing, Donna? How you doing? We're just getting started. Does anyone know? If you don't have a clue, I will tell you, because I've seen it happen. If something happens to you and you have to go into a long-term care facility and you really don't have the money to pay, but you own a home, guess what's going to happen? Just take a small guess. Okay. You will be forced to sell your home. If you have money in a checking account, savings account, anything that you have, they're going to take it. Right, Hen, a will gives you protection. In the case of the scenario I just gave you, a trust could possibly protect your assets. So it's just a bad situation. So I'm thinking, when I get older, you guys, own homes or whatever property, when you get older, that's why you're seeing now older people are taking their homes out of their names. And if they have children, they're putting the homes in the names of their children. So if something happens to them, they can go into a long-term care facility or a nursing home, and they won't get cleaned out. I've seen that. Older people, they're putting their children's name on the checking account, so it's theirs, but it appears as if it belongs to their children. Now, the only drawback with that, hopefully you have children of character and integrity, because I also have seen people put homes in their children's name, the checking account, and the next thing you know, they're being flim-flammed, they're being ripped off, and they're being fleeced by their own children or relatives. Folks, it's just sad, but I'm just telling you the truth. So keep that in mind. So that's the only thing with the trust. Okay, you're going to be paying some money over time. So far as that, the trust, and the average cost, it could be $1,100 to $1,500 a year. How you doing? Depending on if you're single or if you're married. So keep that in mind. That's an average. So with a trust, you're going to be constantly spending money. Now, from my research, It appears that, thank you, Hen. Keep praying. Don't never stop praying, sister. Yeah, so people can stop this thievery that they're doing. Now, with the trust, that's mostly, you usually hear about that with people who have lots of assets. So they own, several properties, they have, lots of stocks and bonds, because again, it costs so much money to keep it up, all right, for the accounting that takes place, the paperwork that takes place on a yearly basis. So keep that in mind. So, questions yet? Okay, none. So keep that in mind. With a will, it's a legally enforceable document. Okay, folks, go back and hit the like button. All right, we have some more people joining. Please go back and hit the like buttons for me, please. If you have children, you need to have in the will who you want to take guardianship of your children. If not, again, it's going to wind up in court, and the courts are going to decide. So, folks, don't leave your family in that type of situation. With your family members passing, people are already upset. They're devastated. They're in mourning. Mourning the loss of you, and then they have to go through nonsense. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you have children, who would you want to take care of your children if something, how you doing? All right, Ron. Ron is in the house, he said. Ron, go ahead and type. If you're watching the video, I can't see. If you don't, just say hello or something. That way I can see your name. Your name will pop up. If you don't type something, then I can't see you. All right, let me get this. Right, there we go. So you can just say hello. And also, speaking in terms of wills, you need to think about your children, natural or adopted. If you want to, now this happens too, folks. I mean, people are people. Sometimes parents and children don't get along. So, Janice, say you have 3 kids and 2 of your children are doing wonderful. They're doing what they're supposed to be productive citizens in life. And then you have one child who's out here, they're on drugs. If you leave them a home, you leave them money, property, houses, et cetera, where it's going, to the drug man in the neighborhood. So you can also disinherit. So just because they're your child, that doesn't mean you have to leave them something. So just keep that in mind. Also be aware of the state that you're living in. Each state is different. So if you're living in, now we're here in North Carolina, we are a community property state. Some states have common law states, some are equitable distribution state. It just depends. So just check, wherever you live, the state you live in, check to see what those rules and guidelines are. You can also, depending on the state you live in, you can disinherit a spouse. So you have to seek legal counsel, of course, to see what you need to do. So again, a will can be effective in an estate transfer, other legal proceedings after death, but there are drawbacks. Now, if you have a will, it is public record. Keep that in mind. Your estate will become part of a public record. For example, anything left will go through probate. Again, you don't want your family going through probate. Who makes off like fat cats? The attorneys. And probate can go on for more than a year or so. So again, you're already upset, you're mourning, you don't need another headache. Now, a trust, again, a trust can protect your home and assets from creditors. So that's a good thing. Again, they are a little expensive. Okay, so just depends on where you are financially. So I'm probably just going to update my will. And also in your will, if you want to leave money to, your favorite charity or whatever, make your wishes known or whatever, you can put that in there too. One thing about a trust. Okay. One thing about a trust is that you can cut the inheritance taxes. And a trust, Henry, if you wanted to create a trust, you can do that. You can go create one, have one created tomorrow. Okay. It can be irrevocable, so you can create it. Someone upsets you and you want to go back and change something, you can. All right. So just make sure that you check on that. And a trust is an estate transfer. And again, it's for people with lots, of holdings, financial, checking accounts, savings account, land, property, homes, you name it. Okay, so typically you see wealthier people with trusts. All right. So you could have a revocable living trust for the purpose of estate transfers, like a will. It requires obviously paperwork. Okay, and the trust becomes operational once you check out. Okay, once the trustor passes away. And again, depending on where you are financially, the trust, more expensive, folks. To be valid, the trust has to identify the trustor, the trustee, the successor trustee. A declaration of trust will provide the basic terms of the agreement. Okay. Trust could keep you out of probate court. I think I mentioned that earlier. Probate court, no, you don't want to go to probate court. Again, if you go to probate court, the lawyer, the only one who's going to be happy are the lawyers, and you're losing more money. So not a good deal. Okay. So keep that in mind. Those are just some, some little minimal things that I wanted to share with you. Any questions, folks? I've been the only one talking so far. Also keep in mind, a trust does take precedence over a will. Okay. I thought I'd let you know that as well. If you're trying to decide which one that you'd like, to choose. Trust can cut the taxes to be paid on your inheritance. Because, when you come into an inheritance, if you've ever heard of, thank you, Janice, if you've ever heard of the inheritance tax, I mean, even if you sell your home, you're thinking, oh, wow, I'm going to get all this money. Look at all the money you have to pay in taxes. Good grief. So those are just a few things I wanted to mention. I'll probably put some more information in the comment section up in the description box so that you can get some more info, things I didn't talk about. No questions, folks? So those are the major differences between the two. Okay. Okay. Donna, yes, you definitely need an attorney. Thank you, Stephanie. Don't forget to hit the like button. No problem, Hen. Yeah, Donna, you definitely need a lawyer to handle that paperwork. Okay. Other questions, folks? I didn't want to take all of your time on a Sunday afternoon. Attorney's fees. Yeah, Hen. See, with the will, initially now, when you go in to get, have your will. How you doing, Mr. D? Mr. Willie's in the house. Once you go in and you do your will or whatever, you pay your fee, and that's pretty much it. Now, I just paid the fee one time. Again, now I need to have my will, corrected because some of my beneficiaries are deceased now. So, okay, of course I'll have to pay money when I go back to have my will upgraded and changed. Okay, so just keep that in mind. If you like me, I'm just working, trying to make it. So a will will suffice for what I need to do. I don't have a lot of, money in properties and all that. So I'm not giving away over, $1,000 a year for someone to, take care of the trust. So for me, a will will do. So, you guys that just joined in, please go back and hit the like button so we can show this video to as many people as possible. Because I had a lot of people that were talking about that. I was even on another one of my social media platforms, and people were talking about the difference between wills and trusts. Donna said, didn't Obama pass something with the will Donna, I'm not quite sure about that. Okay, I would have to go back and check that. Something for the will for elderly. I know now, now online there's a lot of you can go online and fill out the paperwork. Now it's really easy. I haven't done that. Like I said, I just went to an attorney um in High Point, and like I said, I don't know. I just got to go back and change it. But I'm not sure, Donna. I could check that for you and see. Because we know our elderly need to be protected, because when you get older, there are predators everywhere ready to separate elderly people from their money. It is, oh, it's unreal. And the next topic I was going to talk about, I was going to talk about medical power of attorney. That's very important. I don't know, maybe next week, week after, I'll talk about that. But that's another issue. We're talking about wills, trust, medical power of attorney, you know, folks, we're not going to be here forever. So it may be uncomfortable, but these are topics that we need to talk about. Okay. Rhonda, do you have the attorney? Yes. Yes, I do, Rhonda. My attorney in High Point. Medical power of attorney. Yes, yes, Hen, that's it. Um, Stephanie, they're ready to pounce on the other president. Yes, or they own a home, Stephanie. They're stealing their money. They'll go, knock on their door saying, "Let me look at your roof and see if it needs to be fixed." I mean, you would not believe the scams that are going on so far as the elderly are concerned. I mean, it was going on here. People these home repair guys were going up on their roof, ripping shingles off, and then they were coming back telling them you need a new roof. I mean, all kinds of scams. So we're going to talk about that. Um, yeah, they own a home or they have money. And like I said, I mentioned it earlier for those of you who joined late. It's so sad. A lot of these scams are being conducted by some of these elderly people's own family members. Oh my God. So not just strangers. When you get older, you're fair game for everyone. They don't care. All right. So that's just where we are with that. So we'll talk about that next time. Let's see. Richard, is that it? Unless someone has a question. Okay. All right. I got 5 likes. Can I get 5 more likes? 5 more people to hit the like button. Yeah, Stephanie. Stephanie, did you get your what was it? Your Cash App straightened out? Yeah, Stephanie. Yeah. Um, that's just where we are. We see it all the time, and it's just sad. Stephanie, let me know if your Cash App is ready to receive payment. All right, who's still here? Type here so I can see it. Who's still here? Okay. Donna's still here. Rhonda's still here. Okay. Who else is still here? Stephanie, your Cash App is not ready to receive money yet. Okay, let me know when it's ready because I still owe you money. You told me that you had to fix your Cash App, so I did not. Hey, Mo Dollars, what's up, Mo Dollars? Okay, Rhonda, Donna, Stephanie's here. Mo Dollars is here. Mo Dollars, I know you're probably not so interested in today's topic, but you will be in another 20 years. Okay, Stephanie, it wouldn't work. Jermaine is here. Who else is here? If you're here, say here. Okay, Janice is here. Okay, Janice, got you. Janice, Jermaine. Anyone else here that I missed? All right, I'm putting all the names in the hats. Is that it? Ronnie, are you still here? Okay. See, no hanging chads here, folks. All right. Donna, where are you, girl? You're a winner. Donna, are you still here? You still with me? All right. Mr. Dingle, I got to put your name in the hat. Donna, you're a winner. Thank you, Stephanie. Hit the like button, Mr. Dingle, please. All right. You guys hit the like button. So, Donna, let's see who's going to win this time. All right. Jermaine, you're a winner. All right, got two. All right, we're going to choose one more. Mo Dollars, are you still here? You still with me, Mo? All right. Those are our winners today, folks. Hope you enjoyed this informative session. Thank you for your commentary. Hit the like button, folks. Some of you I've already spoken with. Mo Dollars, you guys go ahead and share this on your other social media platforms and get the information out. We've got to learn how to handle business so that we don't have so many problems. Life is problem enough. If there's something that we can take care of to prevent problems, there we go. That is key to keeping our stress level as low as possible. All right. So I enjoyed you and hope to see you next Sunday. Leave me some comments in the comment section, folks. I'm going to start also awarding prizes for people who ask some really good questions in the comments section. So think about what we talked about and some topics you want me to discuss in the future. Leave it in the comment section and I will respond. Thank you, Donna. I will respond and let you know, do a little research and see what I need to do. And we can get that done. That's not a problem, okay? So think of a question or topic you want me to talk about. Ask some questions in the comment section, and I'll decide who asked the best question. And if you have Cash App, you'll see some additional money in your checking account. Okay? Thank you, Donna. Those of you who won today, you know the procedure. As soon as I get off today, the money will be in your account. All right? All right. See you next Sunday and stay safe and wear your mask.